4 of 14 from 3, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. They had 20 turnovers, so each team with 20 turnovers, or 20 rebounds, excuse me, and they had 9 turnovers. So that's probably where your difference in that first half was 9 turnovers for Schoolcraft in that first half. South Suburban starts with the basketball. Mooring with it, down on the baseline. Ball fakes on Johnson, now pulls back, takes the shot, it's no good. Rebound will be into the hands of the Ocelots as they bring it up the floor. Black pulls back from the free throw line. Going to try to work off a screen to the near side of the floor, looking down low. South Suburban does a really nice job of getting in front of those passes.
Yep, they do.
Drive at the other end, layup is good for Robinson. That's his 9th point. 3 ball is up and way off the mark, and there's going to be a foul, I believe. Are they going to call it on Schoolcraft or South Suburban?
2 guys fighting for position.
Oh, they're going to call that on South Suburban. That's on Locke, and that's his 3rd. And it's the first team foul on South Suburban here in the second half. There was a little mismatch in size there with Locke going up against Wortley Fritz. Wortley Fritz is a big man. Pass comes near side to Black. He drives, he puts it up, it is no good, followed by Wortley Fritz is good.
He clears a lot of space.
Yes, he does. That's his 6th point. South Suburban did not do a good job of blocking out on that. Locke with the basketball for the Bulldogs. Dribbles with the left hand. They're clearing out, trying to get some space.
I don't think either team has come out of man-to-man defense yet this game.
Myers going to take the 3. That one's well off the mark. Goes out of bounds and will be in possession of Schoolcraft.
Well, that's one of those ones you just would rather forget. Got set up for a wide open look at it and missed everything.
Schoolcraft trails by 7, 39-32. Black with the basketball, out to the top. Johnson for 3, that one's off the mark. Wortley Fritz again, puts it back up. This time going to be blocked away. Nice job by Robinson coming across to deflect the shot out of bounds.
Wortley Fritz takes up a lot of space down there, was able to get that rebound, but then when he goes back up, he doesn't get off the floor very much.
Johnson throws it in, and it will be out of bounds. Again, last touched by Robinson. He just about saved that one. Pretty heads-up basketball play right there.
Got Schoolcraft's coach right down there in the corner. Almost a 6th man.
Looking through the stands, there's a lot of coaches in this tournament that are still alive that are here watching this game, even though they have no real vested interest because they're not going to play either one of these teams. But I see Lansing's coach here. I know there's others that I've seen walking around.
Parkland's coach still sitting across from us. Looks like Essex's coaches are up there in the stands.
They may have a chance at playing one of these teams at some point. There's a shot and an offensive foul called on South Suburban. Going to be on Robinson. That's his 2nd. And that's the team's 2nd here in the second half.
Don't think Coach Pagatti agreed with that call.
17:37 left to go. Johnson tried to go baseline, gets cut off, now comes back out. Again, trapping zone defense from the Bulldogs. Black spins in the paint, takes the one-hander. It is good, got the roll. That's his first 2 points of the game. Makes it 39-34. There's a drive, contact, no call. Schoolcraft up the floor with the basketball. And the windmill dunk thrown down by Biles.
The dunk of the tournament so far.
And not by the big, tall guys like you would expect. He's just a guy that can jump.
That was pretty cool. I couldn't do that off a trampoline, I don't think.
Boy, Johnson is battling over on the far side with Mooring. And they finally get Johnson on the foul. That call's been waiting to happen for about 3 or 4 minutes.
They're going at it, that's for sure. This is a very competitive game.
And they're going to stay on each other.
Nice to have Johnson to get the ball into the backcourt, too. 6'9" target.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention, he handles the ball pretty darn well for a big guy out there.
There's a lot of big men in this tournament so far that I've seen that can handle the basketball. Foul is going to be called by Biles. That's his second.
It's become a lot more to the game over the years. I think that's the European influence on our American game. There's big guys that can handle the ball, and Dirk's
just a fantastic player.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. Great guy, too.
Drive, layup, no good, but a traveling violation, so it wouldn't have counted anyway. Gives it back to Ocelot.
Third turnover of the half.
That's more than what they had in the whole first half.
Yep.
We haven't even played 4 minutes yet here in the second. Black to the basket, gets it to go.
Black has got in his head that he can beat his man now, and he's done it the last 2 times.
And a 5-second call on South Suburban, and we've got a timeout on the far end. We're going to take it as well. 16:08 left to go, 39-38. Schoolcraft getting back in it here on NJCAA TV. Black with the basketball for Schoolcraft. Gets it out to Johnson. He shoots the three. It's no good. Rebound down to South Suburban. They lead 39-38 with 15:43 to play.
I don't think Schoolcraft has led yet. No, because South Suburban started out 7-0, so they have not led yet.
They had a chance, I think, in the first half, and they just couldn't make free throws to give themselves the lead. Pender picks up his dribble, out to Locke. He takes the three. Well, that was a tough-looking shot. Ball comes down. Mooring puts it up and in. Mooring with 12. His first 2 points here in the second half.
Kind of a knuckleball by Locke.
Well, it just looked weird the way he went up with it. Didn't get it set or something. It wasn't a very neat-looking shot. Black kicks it to the corner. On the way, three by Biles is good. Biles hits the three. His first three of the game, and we're tied at 41. Locke will go to the far side of the floor with the basketball. Again, Johnson really in the hip pocket of Mooring. Locke takes it off the dribble, and it's good. His first two of the second half, and it gives the Bulldogs a 2-point lead, 43-41.
Big shot for them because they need to show that somebody else besides Mooring can score.
Right now it's those two in double digits, one with 13, one with 12. Black up and under, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, last touch by South Suburban. Will stay with Schoolcraft. 12 seconds on the shot clock. And Black finally going to come out of the game. He's played a lot tonight. Probably a little tired.
I was going to say, I thought he'd really taken over this half so far. He probably needs a breather.
Long inbound pass to Jawan Clark. Gets it to Johnson. He comes to the top of the key. Biles picks up the dribble to Johnson. Johnson at the buzzer of the 3-point, or of the shot clock, and it goes out of bounds, doesn't hit the rim. So it will be an official shot clock violation on Schoolcraft.
Not a good offensive possession that time for Schoolcraft.
South Suburban gets it in. Across the 10-second line comes Robinson. Robinson passes it to Locke. Locke gets around his defender. Comes back to behind the three-point arc. Passes it to Myers. Long shot from Mooring, and it's no good. Ball is tipped. Mooring gets it back. Drives to the basket. It's no good again, and a foul going to be called, and it's going to be on Schoolcraft, and it will be on Taylor. That'll be Taylor's second, and the third team foul on Schoolcraft.
Mooring launched that three-pointer. He was almost on the emblem here, the Jaguars emblem at half court. That is a long way out there.
Again, I understand this is the college game, but it's difficult to sit here and watch guys take shots from that far out.
Well, that's stretch the defense if you knock them down, though.
Missed shot from Mooring. Rebound by Pender is put back in. And that will put the Bulldogs up by 4, 45-41, 13:23 to play. Clark with the basketball. Into the hands of Wortley Fritz. That one out of bounds, and it will go back to the Bulldogs. Coming into the game for South Suburban, Anthony Harris. Going out will be Russell Robinson. Schoolcraft again going to put a little full court pressure on. Just basically man-to-man defense as they pick them up all the way down the floor. Myers across the 10-second line, running the point for South Suburban. Gives it off to Locke. Locke went in, now outside. Pender takes the shot and he was fouled. And it will be on, I believe, Wortley Fritz. That'll be his second and the fourth team foul on Schoolcraft.
We're actually seeing South Suburban try and work the ball inside. They didn't do that very often in the first half.
These teams kind of even height-wise, so it's not like one has an advantage over the other.
Both of them have a lot of size for JC teams.
Free throw from the Country Financial agent Dave Harvey. Free throw line good. It's 5 for Pender. Second one on the way. It is good as well. Didn't want to go, but it did. 47-41, 6-point lead for South Suburban. Clark comes to the near side, gives it to Biles. Wortley Fritz over to Clark. South Suburban again trapping on defense. Wortley Fritz battling with somebody over on the far side of the floor. South Suburban pulls down the rebound on the missed shot from Schoolcraft.
They seem pretty content to let him shoot it from 15 feet.
Locke just dribbled that right off his foot and he turns it over to Schoolcraft. That's not going to make fans and coaches happy. At the other end, Biles takes the shot and it's a 2. That's his 5th point. Brings it back to 47-43. Mooring across the line to Locke. Back to Mooring. And it was a foul called on the far side. Foul will be called on the Ocelots. It'll be on Hamby. Foot was on the line. South Suburban will inbound underneath the basket after the foul call. It's the 5th team foul. Ball brought in for Pender. Gets it to Locke. Locke around Clark. To the basket. Coyle. A lot of contact,
Tons
no
of
call.
Contact.
Pender gets the layup to go that time, and he's got 8 points. 49-43, South Suburban with the lead.
Black's right back in to lead this offense.
Mooring trying to get the steal. He's riding him down the lane. Coyle fakes the 3, takes it from 17, and the big man hits it.
Nice touch.
That's his 6th. I thought he was going to take the 3, and then he pulled it down, took a couple steps in, and drilled it.
Looked like Paul Gasol on that one.
Locke goes to the far side with the basketball. Going to get a screen set from Pender. Gives it to the top of the key to Myers. Harris is going to be called for the offensive foul.
That is just...
That's his 2nd. The South Suburban bench thought it was a flop.
So does your color commentator. If that guy, if him moving his arm back like that made that guy fall on his back, then he might need to hit the weight room.
Mooring's going to be called for the foul as he tried to guard Clark going to the basket. Or Black, excuse me. Mooring with his 1st. That is the 4th on South Suburban. 10:43 to play, 49-45, South Suburban leading Schoolcraft. Long 3 from Biles, and it's good.
Had his foot on the line the last one. He didn't on that one.
He couldn't have had his foot on the line. He could have taken 5 steps in and not have his foot on the line. Near side, Locke with the basketball across the 10-second line. Pender and Coyle really battling underneath the basket. This game's gotten pretty physical.
That's some big dudes.
Down to Pender. He tries to get in on Coyle. Up, under, and good. Coyle gave him the baseline, and he took it.
8 points for Pender this half.
He's done a nice job off the bench. Stop. Black takes the shot and hits it. That's a great move in the paint to get himself open for the shot.
Yep, that kid's came out determined this second half. He had 1 point in the first half. He's been a lot different player here after intermission.
Pass goes to the far side of the floor to Locke. Gets it down low. Layup is good. I think that was Harris. It was Harris with the basket. So that will give South Suburban a 53-50 lead. And that one is out of bounds. Schoolcraft going to call timeout, and we're going to take it as well. 9:14 to play, 53-50, South Suburban leading Schoolcraft here on NJCAA TV.
Where's the interference coming from?
Nine minutes, 14 seconds left to go in the ball game, and the South Suburban Bulldogs lead 53-50 over the Ocelots of Schoolcraft. South Suburban again from the Chicago area, Schoolcraft up in the northern part of Michigan. Schoolcraft gets it in, shot on the baseline off the inbounds is good.
Exactly how they drew it up, because I was spying on their timeout.
Johnson gets his 5th point, brings the lead to 53-52. Mooring with Johnson on him, works off the screen, gets to Pender. Pender to the basket, puts it up, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it's going to be called on South Suburban. And it will be on Pender. And that will be his 2nd, 5th team foul on South Suburban. Both teams with 5 team fouls. So nobody at the bonus yet, which this late in the game is odd in this tournament.
Yeah, nobody really in foul trouble either.
Yeah, 3 is definitely the most. Coyle underneath will give Schoolcraft their first lead of the game. And that brings the bench up for the Ocelots. South Suburban in a fight. I was going to say a dog fight, but the other team's a cat, so you can't really say a dog fight.
Dogs and cats. The fight likes dogs and cats. Layup
is good, and there's a foul at the other end. Myers gets his first 2 of the night. Clark picks up his 3rd personal foul for the Ocelots. And we'll see Myers at the Dave Harvey free throw line to try to complete the 3-point play.
This is setting up for another great finish like last night.
Second one, or first one and only one is good. The Bulldogs retake the lead, 56-54. Yeah, we saw overtime in our second game last night. And then the first night you weren't here, but Parkland had a great finish to their game. Up the floor comes South Suburban.
Over and back.
They missed that one as the ball goes to Mooring. He's blocked, but he also was fouled and will go to the line for 2. Foul is called. Trying to see who they, I thought they said 15, and I don't see a 15 on the floor. Oh, they call it on Biles, I think.
Huh.
That's his 3rd. Mooring at the line for 2. First one is good. He's been pretty quiet here in the second half.
Only his 3rd point.
Now he readies for his 2nd free throw. This will make it a 4-point lead if he can put it down. It is on the way, and it is good. 58-54, South Suburban with the lead. Schoolcraft with the basketball. Johnson to Black. Black will work it to the far side of the floor.
I think South Suburban's playing a box in 1 now.
I was trying to figure that out too, what defense they're playing.
It looks to me like number 10 is just going wherever.
On the ground, are they going to get the timeout? No, a held ball. Possession arrow stays with Schoolcraft. Good defense by South Suburban. They wanted to get the timeout there to save the possession.
Yep, whatever set it was effective.
Now the officials talking on the far side. Are they going to? Oh, they're going to reset the shot clock.
Oh no, that's not going to make Coach Pagatti happy.
He's giving them the stare. He said, we had it, we called timeout. So I think that's his argument, is they're resetting it because they think South Suburban had possession of the basketball.
Oh, and then lost possession. That would make sense then.
Well, but he's got a valid point. If they had possession, they called timeout. There's a 3 that's good from the outside by Tyler Johnson. 58-57, South Suburban's lead. 7 minutes left in the ball game. Locke comes near side for Myers. To Mooring. Fakes it on Johnson. Goes behind the back, stops, kicks it to the corner. Myers, baseline up, and they're going to call a block. And the foul is on Taylor. That's his 3rd. That's the 8th team foul. Well, that's quick. They were just, each team had 5, it seems like just a minute ago, and now all of a sudden Schoolcraft's got 8.
The fans that paid $4 to get in here tonight are definitely getting their money's worth this game.
Free throw up and good for Myers. He's hit 2 in a row. Now we'll try to put this back to a 3-point lead if he can knock this one down. Spins it, shoots, and scores.
Wasn't much doubt about those.
Walked right up and drilled him. And I'm sure Schoolcraft, if they have to at the end of the game, will keep that in mind and try not to foul him. Lots of reaching from South Suburban to get a steal. So far unsuccessful. That one is no good on the three from Johnson. Locke pushes it up for South Suburban. Myers, three ball, no good. Rebound comes down to Schoolcraft, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by the Bulldogs. And Coach Pagani came just about to midcourt to yell at one of his players. The referee looked at him. He's like, "Oop, my fault." He backed up a little bit.
As long as he's not yelling at me.
Clark to Johnson. Johnson around, had it knocked away from behind, and it will be Schoolcraft's ball inbounding underneath their own.
My favorite thing I ever saw about that, Bruce Weber, when he's still at Illinois, came out about that far one time during a Big Ten game, and Ted Washington said, "Bruce, you come out this far on the floor, you need a uniform."
Offensive foul called against Schoolcraft. And it will be on Wortley Fritz, his third. 9th team foul against the Ocelots because it's player control foul, no free throws. 6:16 to play. 60-57, South Suburban with the lead. We talked about it in the pregame show. South Suburban's another team that's been down here numerous times and been bridesmaids and never brides. And Coach Pagani hoping that this will change tonight.
You know he wants to be in that Final Four so bad, especially to get to play Triton Friday night.
Two schools that I'm sure battle on a constant basis up in the Chicago area.
Well, Triton beat them by 36 points a couple months ago.
Running layup by Myers is good, and it's a 5-point South Suburban lead. Black gets trapped on the baseline, and a timeout going to be called, I think, by the Ocelots. Oh, no, they called the foul. That's on Mooring.
Only his second?
I wonder I know we were unclear on the rule in college about the 5-second rule. I wonder in college if the coach can call timeout or if the players have to do it, because I've seen numerous times coaches trying to call timeout and the players.
Oh, no, coaches can definitely call timeout.
When plays moving?
I think so.
Because it looks like the referees are watching the players for that instead of because Coach Maschauer was right by the official saying timeout, and he didn't get it. So I was just kind of curious. And that
I was wondering if that was because they'd already called the foul, though.
Shot is up, no good for three. Rebound to the Bulldogs, and Mooring brings it up the floor.
We'll make sure about that one, but I'm almost positive the coaches can still call it because I know people are upset. They don't like that rule.
Oh, I don't like that rule. Turnover for South Suburban, gives it to Schoolcraft with 5:19 to play.
In essence, it lets a coach bail out a player that makes a bad play.
Yep. And that rule hasn't been in, the entire time of basketball. It used to be the players did have to call the timeout.
Well, there for a while there was the jump out of bounds and call a timeout while your feet were in the air, and that was the popular thing for a couple of years till they did away with that.
There's a drive. There's a cast out. Johnson for three. Hits it. What a tough shot from the corner.
His fourth tray.
62-60. Up the floor comes South Suburban. Locke with the basketball. 4:39 to go. Harris dribbles. Gets to the basket. Kicks it out to Locke. Locke passes it inside. Now they have to throw it towards the out-of-bounds line, and with 3 seconds on the shot clock, South Suburban won't have much of a chance to set anything up. It's going to be a grab-and-shoot situation.
Going to have to pass it in over Biles, too.
Biles skying in the air. Down low, fake, shot, no good, and there's your shot clock violation.
Big defensive stop for Schoolcraft.
They could tie or take the lead this trip down the floor. Pender comes back in. Harris going to go out.
There's a lot of coaches that like to break down the games in 4 or 5 minute segments, and here we go. We're in the last segment of the game now. It's winning time.
Black up the floor. Gets it in the hands of Taylor. Back to Black.
Now everybody's playing man-to-man.
And Pender will pick up a foul underneath the basket, I believe. That's going to be his third. And that's the 7th team foul on the Bulldogs. And it will be Wortley Fritz at the free throw line for a 1 and bonus. First one up on the way, and it is no good. Rebound brought down by the Bulldogs. That's one that's going to get looked at later on in the game as a big free throw possibly.
Big miss, yep.
Locke gets it to Pender. To Myers, to the basket. He missed. Pender follows, puts it back in. He's done that a couple of times tonight. Pender getting to the basket to put it back. Black takes the shot. He hits it. His 9th point.
Black and Pender have both had great second halves.
Mooring gets it to Myers. Far side of the floor to Locke. Down to 3:20 on the clock. Into the corner. Mooring shoots and hits the three. 17 for Mooring, and
that's why he's an All-American.
He slowed down here in the start of the second half, and now he's picked it up. That one out of bounds, and it's going to be touched by, last touch by South Suburban. Will stay with Schoolcraft. Wortley Fritz comes out of the game, looks a little frustrated as he sits down.
He's a little tired.
There's a lot of beating and banging going on down there. Johnson gets the return pass off the inbound and has it blocked away from behind, and Locke brings it up the floor, gives it to Mooring. He shoots, and he hits it for three.
You're talking 30 feet with nobody to rebound. Incredible.
Think he's got confidence in his shot?
What about Coach Pagatti having confidence in him?
At the other end, the shot is up and no good, out of bounds, and Locke leaves the building.
I mean, Coach Pagatti, he wanted him to take that shot. That was incredible.
We've got a timeout, and it's a full timeout with 2:35 left in the game.
We have saw a lot of good guards during this tournament. The number 23 is as good as anybody here.
How tall is he? I want to know if he qualifies for the Small Man Award. Because the Small Man Award is given to the best player under 6 foot in the tournament. And if he's close, they may make an exception for him because he's definitely the best guard that I've seen in the tournament so far.
Say 6'2".
Wow. Can't win the Small Man Award,
no,
but
might be winning MVP though.
He can get all tournament team for sure, and like you're saying, MVP if they win the thing. He is a very good basketball player. Started with 10 in the first half, is 10 here in the second half.
None bigger than that one though.
Oh no. And you knew as soon as he lined up for it, it was going in.
There was no hesitation. I mean, he could have drove in and dunked it if he wanted to, and instead he pulled up from almost 30 feet. It's crazy.
That's why I love broadcasting this tournament. You see stuff like that every year. And
the only thing would have made it better is to see Coach Pagatti put the 3 sign in the air.
I wasn't paying attention. He might have. Black with the basketball for Schoolcraft. Going to work off a couple of screens. Mooring comes out to guard him. Biles, he's hit from the outside. Johnson's also hit from the outside just like that.
He's on fire.
He's got 14 points. And it cuts the lead back to 5. 70-65, 2:13 to play. South Suburban with the basketball and the lead. Myers looking to find somebody to pass to. Gives it to Locke on the far side of the floor. Locke got to be fouled. That's on Biles. That's his 4th. And that will be double bonus for the Bulldogs. At the line, Eric Locke. He could put this to a 7-point lead. Gets it from the official. First one on the way, and it is good. He's got 14 points. He's been quiet from the scoring end, but done a good job handling the basketball.
Played a good floor game, played good defense.
Now ready for the second one. On the way, and it is good. 2 huge free throws for Locke. 72-65, South Suburban with the lead. Minute 50 to play. Johnson tries to come down low. Back. Boy, they are all over him from the three-point line, and it's no good. Rebound to South Suburban's Mooring, and he comes up the floor. Nice behind the back pass, and the dunk by Robinson. What a pass by Mooring. That gets everybody in the crowd up. Coyle takes it from 18, banks it home. 74-67, and we've got a foul call. Foul is going to be called on Schoolcraft's Devon Taylor. That's his 4th. And it will be Pender at the line for 2 for South Suburban.
Hey, number 30.
If he hits these 2, it's going to be tough for Schoolcraft.
That makes it a 3-possession game.
And they put Locke at the free throw line, and the Schoolcraft bench is saying, no, it wasn't Locke that was fouled.
No, because
it was Robinson.
Yeah, yep. Good
Locke's,
try, though.
Locke's got a smile on his face. I think he was trying to steal a couple free throws there.
He's not the first person to try that.
Oh, no. Southpaw puts it in the air and hits it. He's got 12, a very quiet 12 for Robinson tonight. Now he'll get ready for the second. I think he's going to come out if he makes this one. It's on the way, and it is good.
Like if you're Coach Pagatti, now you're putting in a little smaller lineup to guard threes.
Got to have some quickness out there to get around the perimeter to chase the basketball. And the ball rolls up the floor, finally picked up by Biles. He'll cross the 10-second line, takes the long 3. That one is no good. Rebound to Coyle. He puts it back up and in, and we've got a timeout. Coyle with 12. And this last minute and 6 can take a long time as Schoolcraft has 2 timeouts left. And the Bulldogs, actually 1 timeout left after they call that one. And the Bulldogs have 4. Keep up with the latest news and updates regarding NJCAA basketball by visiting the official website of the National Junior College Athletic Association at www.njcaa.org. One minute, 6 seconds left to go. Winner heads to the Final Four.
If you're Schoolcraft, you got to be able to force a couple of turnovers here. Just coming down and letting them run clock and missing a shot's not going to be enough.
Well, you know they're going to pressure the ball coming in, so they'll try to get a steal, and if they don't, they're going to have to foul.
And if you're on the other side, South Suburban, you want the ball in number 10's hands or number 23's hands. Those guys have proven they can knock them down.
Robinson did hit the last 2 free throws.
That's true, too. And he's a big target to get the ball in bounds to.
1:06 to play. 69 points for Schoolcraft, 76 points for South Suburban. Anthony Harris checks into the game. He'll be joined on the floor by Myers and Robinson and Mooring. Locke over on the other side as well. They can run the baseline after the missed shot. Mooring lost the basketball behind the back. Layup is good by Biles. He's got 10. And a foul, or no, timeout, I believe, going to be called by South Suburban with 57 seconds.
Player definitely called that one.
Yeah. Spalding proud to be the official basketball of the National Junior College Athletic Association. Their TF1000 Legacy Ball used exclusively at all NJCAA basketball championships. And the NJCAA thanks Spalding for their continued support. Spalding, true to the game. Also want to let you know you can follow all the action of the 2016 NJCAA Men's and Women's Basketball Championships live on NJCAA TV. Just go to www.njcaatv.com to view live and archive video of each game. Relive all the exciting plays and championship moments by visiting www.njcaatv.com. Here's the situation, 57.3 seconds left. South Suburban will get the basketball. They can run the baseline. They lead 76-71.
I think if you don't get the quick steal, you probably got a foul. I don't know how much time you can let them run off here.
10 o'clock here locally on 1490 WTAN Danville. Eric Westfall, Nate Norris bringing you the final 57 seconds of this exciting basketball game. Whistle sounds, we're ready to go. Ball comes in to Mooring. Up the floor, they're going to call the foul before the travel.
South Suburban had two guys all by themselves.
Foul is going to be called on Johnson. That is his second. And it will put Anthony Harris at the line for South Suburban. Again, it could go to a 3-possession lead if he hits one of these, which he does on the first try. Makes it, well, actually he has to hit them both. It was a 5-point lead, now it's a 6-point lead. So to make it 3 possessions, he's got to hit this second free throw. On the way, and it is no good. Black comes up the floor with the basketball. Looks, gets it to Johnson. Johnson drives in, gives it back to Black. He takes the shot. It is good for 3. That's his 12th, and Schoolcraft calls their final timeout.
He's definitely been their man this second half. He's done it all. Handled the ball, played great defense, and knocked down some big, big shots.
And now we've got a meeting of the minds with the Schoolcraft coaching staff out of the huddle. They want to make sure they do the exact thing that they want to do here with the last 44.2 seconds.
Well, I don't think your strategy changes a whole lot. I mean, if you don't get this steal, well, maybe it does, because then maybe you can afford to go down and play defense for a possession instead of fouling. But still, that's going to leave you with less than 20 seconds. Just depends on how much time you want to run down, I guess, and still feel like you got a chance.
Schoolcraft, 0 timeouts left. South Suburban, 3 timeouts left. Every foul that Schoolcraft makes sends them to the line for 2. South Suburban has only had 17 fouls, so it's 1 in bonus if Schoolcraft gets fouled. Winner of this game goes to the Final Four.
And the #1 team in the country awaits.
Triton looked very good in their earlier contest tonight.
They've looked pretty good in both of their games so far, so they're on a mission. Oh!
We've got a foul called. It's going to be on Schoolcraft. Going to be on Black. That's his 3rd.
Black attached himself to Mooring, and Mooring says, I'm not going to have any of that.
Threw him off of him. So if there's one positive in that for the Schoolcraft Ocelots, it's the fact that no time ran off the clock there.
The bad thing is who's shooting the free throws.
That's right. Mooring puts the first one in the air, and it is no good. The Nate Norris jinx.
It never fails.
South Suburban's pulled everybody off the free throw line as Mooring gets ready to take his second one. It's on the way, and it is good. Mooring with 21, and he gives his team a 78-74 lead, 44.2 left to go in the game.
And now you don't have to take a three.
Black drives, loses his footing, gets it to Biles. Biles steps out to Black, blocked by Mooring out of bounds.
Mooring and Black are just having a battle. That's two competitors really giving it everything they've got right now.
Nobody wants to take it out for Schoolcraft. Now finally Johnson will take it out.
Everybody wants to shoot it. They don't want to throw it in.
Comes into Clark. Clark takes the three, and he had it blocked, no good. Black puts it up and in with 29 seconds left. He's got 14, and it's a 2-point lead, and South Suburban's going to call a timeout with 29.7 left.
Schoolcraft had two different three-point attempts blocked on that possession. That's pretty unusual.
So full timeout for the Bulldogs. They want to make sure that they know what to do in this situation. They've had a tough time getting the ball in bounds. The Ocelots have done a really nice job defensively on this press, keeping them from getting up the floor.
I would think that if you're South Suburban in this situation, you're going to have the big man throw the ball in, I would hope, number 30, 6'9", because like you said, they've had so much problem getting the ball in.
Well, it's kind of a catch-22. Yeah, he stands above everybody to throw it in, but he's also, as you mentioned earlier, a real nice target to go up and get it above everybody else so they can just kind of throw it up.
Yep. Maybe he can throw it into himself.
Throw it off the back of the guy that's on him if he's got his back to him. Seen that happen a few times. That timeout leaves the Bulldogs with 2 left.
Not even going to mention that dirty word.
No, you better not. The one that starts with an O and ends in Vertime. We saw one of those last night.
I guess the only good thing about it is it's the last game of the night. At least it doesn't delay the whole session or whole.
Throwing it in for South Suburban is going to be Jalen Myers.
They don't even have Marshall in. Oh, yeah, he is. There he is.
Ball gets brought into Locke. He gets it to the big man. And Russ Robinson across the 10-second line. And there's the foul. They should have let him keep going. It looked like he was going to run all the way back to this end of the floor, and they could have gotten over the back call, over and back call.
Yeah, I guess I keep calling Robinson Marshall. That's my bad. It's Robinson, number 30.
Jawan Clark picks up his 4th personal foul for Schoolcraft, and it will be Anthony Harris at the line for 2. 21 seconds left. As the free throw is good. Harris hits the first one. Now he's ready for the second one. It is on the way, and it is no good. So that's a huge miss. Black up the floor, comes near side Johnson, back to Black, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Mooring, and it will stay with Schoolcraft. Again, there is no quit in either one of these two teams. They are battling down to the last second.
I was going to say, Schoolcraft had 6.
Biles to bring it in, gets it to Black. And Black gets it to Johnson. Again, as we saw earlier, I would foul him right now, send him to the line. That way they couldn't shoot the 3. That one's over. And South Suburban advances to the Final Four, 79-76.
Valiant comeback there by Schoolcraft. They gave it everything they had. They could have been put away with a